In the dense rainforests of New Guinea, scientists have uncovered chilling new revelations that could reshape our understanding of the natural world. Hidden deep within one of the most remote and untouched regions on Earth, these discoveries have left researchers both stunned and unsettled. What they've encountered may carry dangerous consequences, and the mystery surrounding them only grows with every new breakthrough. So, join us for another epic video, as we're going to uncover the terrifying findings that have shocked scientists across the globe. Number 15. New Guinea's mysterious singing dog. A wild dog that sings and scales trees, this rare species may be the missing link to an ancient puzzle. In Papua, New Guinea's rugged highlands, a nearly mythical creature still roams. It's not folklore. It's the New Guinea singing dog, one of the rarest wild canines known. First recorded in the 1950s, it's closely related to the Australian dingo, but far more elusive. With hyper-flexible joints, it can climb trees and navigate steep mountain terrain with ease. Weighing around 20 pounds, it's built for speed and precision hunting. But what sets it apart isn't its agility, it's its haunting voice. These dogs don't bark. They produce melodic howls that shift pitch and tone like a song. Every dog has a distinct call, and in groups, they create eerie, harmonized choruses. Once thought extinct in the wild, only about 250 remain in captivity. Their future is uncertain, but their strange songs might carry the key to ancient canine ancestry we still don't fully understand. Number 14. Michael Rockefeller. The disappearance of Michael Clark. Rockefeller remains one of the most unsettling, unsolved cases of the 20th century. Born into one of America's most powerful families in 1938, Michael rejected the paths of business and politics. Instead, he craved immersion in distant cultures. That desire led him to Dutch New Guinea in 1961, where he studied and collected art from the Asmat, an indigenous group with minimal contact with outsiders. During his second expedition, his boat overturned off the southern coast. He attempted to swim to land and was never seen again. Despite exhaustive search missions, no trace of him surfaced. By 1964, he was officially declared dead. But locals and researchers alike have speculated for decades. Some believe he survived the wreck only to be captured, and possibly killed, by the Asmat. Others claim he was cannibalized as part of a ritual. The truth has never been confirmed. What happened to Michael remains a haunting question buried in the swamps and silence of New Guinea. Number 13. Tree kangaroos. Well, you've seen them before, but what if they scaled trees like monkeys? These vanishing oddities are unlike anything you've heard of. Picture a kangaroo that climbs trees with the look of a plush wallaby and the agility of a primate. Welcome to the strange world of tree kangaroos, some of Earth's rarest and most peculiar animals. Native to the rainforests of Papua New Guinea, northeastern Queensland, and nearby islands, these secretive creatures dwell high above ground, leaping between branches with muscular limbs and long balancing tails. Unlike their hopping cousins, they've evolved to master life in the canopy. With thick fur, curled claws, and uncanny balance, they became legends, rarely glimpsed and barely studied. That shifted in the 1990s when Australian scientist Dr. Tim Flannery explored West Papua's mossy forests. There, he identified 2 new species and 2 subspecies, including the revered dingiso. Today, 10 species are known, but most face extinction. Their survival reflects everything we stand to lose. Number 12. Lake Murray cryptids. In the heart of Papua New Guinea lies Lake Murray, a place of shimmering beauty, flooded forests, and chilling folklore. As the country's largest lake, it stretches across 647 square kilometers. But during the rainy season, it swells to 5 times that size, drowning nearby land and expanding into a maze of waterways. Its jagged shoreline curls around coves, mangroves, and jungle-covered inlets that have never been fully explored. For locals, Lake Murray is a life source, used for fishing, farming, and transportation. But it's also home to age-old legends. People speak of colossal, unidentified beasts lurking below, creatures with dinosaur-like forms that stir the waters before vanishing. Though scientists have found no proof, the accounts haven't faded. The mystery only grows with the appearance of non-native species like peacock bass, introduced by Indian traders. These invasive fish have shifted the balance of an already enigmatic ecosystem. Whether myth or misunderstood reality, Lake Murray is anything but. Number 11. Crocodile men of Papua New Guinea. In Papua New Guinea's East Sepik province, the Chambri tribe carries out one of the most grueling and bone-chilling rites of passage known: crocodile scarification. This traditional initiation marks the painful transformation of boys into men. Between ages 11 and 30, young boys retreat into the spirit house, where they prepare mentally and physically for what's to come. Using sharpened bamboo blades, elders carve elaborate patterns into their skin, usually on the chest, shoulders, and back, to resemble crocodile scales. The pain is intense, but the boys must remain stoic. No screams, no tears. Medicinal leaves help numb the wounds, but this trial is meant to test strength and endurance. Smoke is later blown into the cuts, and oils are rubbed in to raise the scars permanently. The crocodile is sacred to the Chambri, believed to be the original ancestor that birthed man from the river. Once healed, the boys emerge adorned in ceremonial dress, reborn as men marked by tradition, sacrifice, and ancestral pride. Number 10. Angoram. In this distant town, the dead don't vanish. They stay among the living. Nestled along Papua New Guinea's Sepik River is Angoram, a quiet village surrounded by cocoa farms, rainforest, and traditions that stretch beyond the grave. Here, death isn't the end. It's a transition. When someone dies, their body isn't buried or hidden. It's carefully preserved and placed inside specially built homes, on display where loved ones can still see and honor them. These aren't tucked away. They're part of daily life, where ancestors remain present, watching, remembered. Outsiders may find it strange, even unsettling, but for the people of Angoram, it's sacred. This tradition speaks of connection, memory, and a culture where the dead guide the living. These preserved ancestors are guardians and storytellers, silent proof that death doesn't divide. It binds. But how are the bodies preserved in such a humid place? And how has this custom survived the modern world? In Angoram, the past isn't gone. It's just living differently. Number 9. The Agogui. In the shadowy forests of East Africa, tales persist of a small, hairy being known as the Agogui. Descriptions place its height between 2 and 5 feet, covered in reddish-brown fur, with skin said to shift between copper, yellow, or even crimson hues. It walks upright, with unusually long arms, sharp teeth, and footprints measuring about 12 centimeters. Its rounded brow and unique face have prompted comparisons to chimpanzees, yet it doesn't match any known species. The first recorded account came in the early 1900s from Captain William Hitchens in Tanzania. In the 1950s, animal collector Charles Cordier claimed he captured one, only for it to escape shortly after. Despite these sightings, no body or remains have ever been retrieved. Some scientists suggest the Agogui may be a descendant of ancient hominids like Oreopithecus. Others dismiss it as pure myth. But without physical proof, it remains one of Africa's most whispered legends. Number 8. Witch hunts and sorcery trials. In some parts of Papua New Guinea, belief in witchcraft isn't just superstition, it's super deadly. Accusations of practicing sangoma, or dark magic, often lead to brutal violence and death. Women are disproportionately targeted, and the consequences are horrifying. These acts are frequently incited by glassmen, self-proclaimed witch doctors who exploit grief-stricken families for profit, offering someone to blame for misfortune. In places like Simbu Province, such accusations result in hundreds of deaths every year. Victims are tortured, beaten, or burned alive, punished for perceived sorcery. Since the 1980s, these attacks have escalated, with over 50,000 people displaced from their homes. Despite legal efforts, deep-rooted fear continues to overpower government intervention. In some villages, suspicion alone is enough to tear communities apart. The belief that anyone could be a witch keeps the tension constant. While authorities and activists fight to end this violence, the grip of superstition remains unrelenting. Number 7. The Star Mountains Expedition Deaths. The Star Mountains, sprawling between western Papua New Guinea and eastern Indonesia, are among the world's wettest, steepest, and most unforgiving terrains. In 1959, a Dutch team led by colonial officer Jan Sneap launched an ambitious mission to map the area and engage with local tribes. Equipped with helicopters, they attempted to navigate the region's harsh geography, but the rugged peaks made flying perilous. One chopper crashed, forcing the team to proceed on foot. Despite this, they reached Puncak Mandala, one of the region's highest summits, on September 9th. But the celebration soon turned to mystery. Several members vanished and others died under unclear circumstances. No one could explain the exact cause, whether it was weather, disease, or conflict. To this day, the expedition's full story remains incomplete. Beyond the tragedies, the Star Mountains hold immense linguistic and cultural richness, with dozens of languages and communities. But they also remind us that some places are best left untouched. Number 6. Cannibalism in Papua New Guinea. In parts of Papua New Guinea's past, cannibalism wasn't about hunger, it was spiritual. Several tribes practiced it as a sacred rite, believing it honored the dead or balanced the world. The Four people, for instance, consumed deceased family members to protect their spirits and prevent animals from disturbing the body. It was seen as an act of love, not horror. Others, like the Crocodile, did it to avenge deaths, eating enemies as a way to reclaim strength and restore harmony. These acts weren't driven by desperation, but by deep-rooted beliefs about life, death, and cosmic order. Over time, exposure to missionaries and modern education has nearly erased the practice. While it's mostly gone, whispers of secret rituals still echo through the more isolated regions. Today, most Papua New Guineans view cannibalism as a grim relic, but its history still reveals the powerful influence of spiritual tradition. But anyway, this is super creepy. Number 5. Cassowary. It looks like a prehistoric monster, moves like a ninja, and has the power to kill. Native to the dense jungles of Papua New Guinea and northeastern Australia, the cassowary resembles a creature straight out of the Mesozoic era. With its towering stance, blade-like claws, and bony casque atop its head, the cassowary isn't just a bird. It's a living fossil of raw force. There are 3 known species, with the southern cassowary being the largest and most infamous. Reaching up to 6 feet tall and tipping the scales at 130 pounds, it's the 3rd tallest and 2nd heaviest bird alive, just after ostriches and emus. Though mainly frugivorous, it also devours fungi, small animals, carrion, and insects. Despite its vibrant feathers and skittish behavior, this bird is no joke. Agitated cassowaries strike with terrifying speed, and their claws can break bones or worse. It's a critical rainforest keystone, and an apex threat you'll never outrun. Number 4. The Papuan black snake. This snake is one of New Guinea's most feared reptiles. Reaching lengths of up to 2 meters, its glossy black scales and gray belly mark it as a member of the Elapidae family, known for housing some of the world's deadliest snakes. Its venom targets the nervous system, paralyzing muscles and shutting down bodily functions within hours. What makes this snake more dangerous is its stealth. Often hidden in tall grass, victims don't even realize they've been bitten until symptoms take hold. Locals refer to it as the one who bites again, due to its tendency to strike repeatedly. Some believe it, along with the taipan, are male and female counterpart, linked through legend. Among the Kai people, the snake is seen as a weapon of vengeance, controlled by a magical force named Oa Devener. In the 1950s, Ken Slater extracted its venom to create an anti-venom that also works against king brown snakes, saving countless human lives. Number 3. The Vogelkop bowerbird's remarkable skills. Well, it's a creature whose artistic flair rivals that of any human designer. High in the jungles of West Papua lives this rather plain-looking bird, but don't be fooled by appearances. What it lacks in color, it makes up for in style. The male builds a cone-shaped hut from twigs, lays down a spotless moss carpet, and decorates the space with an assortment of eye-catching objects, berries, beetle shells, flower petals, and bits of plastic. Every piece is intentionally placed to catch a potential mate's attention. The competition is fierce, and males are known to swipe rare decorations from rivals. While most bowerbird species have color preferences, the Vogelkop values originality. A unique object can spark a decorating trend among local males. Once he impresses a female, his job is done. He doesn't help raise the young. With his only role being that of a creative showman, it proves that beauty sometimes lies in the architecture, not the feathers. Number 2. The Chimu skeleton dancers. At the foot of Papua New Guinea's tallest mountain, Mount Wilhelm, the Chimu people of Munda village uphold a haunting tradition, the skeleton sing. This eerie performance began as a way to ward off a spirit they believed descended from the mountain to attack the living. To confuse and frighten it, villagers painted their bodies like skeletons and danced with eerie precision. Though belief in the ghost has faded, the ritual continues, woven into weddings and cultural ceremonies. Dancers coat themselves in white paint and ash, transforming into skeletal figures. The movements tell stories of ghostly families, lost children, and warriors seeking to reclaim their own. Some caves nearby still hold human bones, physical reminders of ancient fear and ancestral reverence. Marriage ceremonies among the Chimu are also steeped in tradition, where men must prove their worth as providers before taking a bride. Though times have changed, the skeleton sing remains a ritual of unity, memory, and the tribe's enduring link to their past. Number 1. Cuscus. Tucked beneath the leafy canopy of Papua New Guinea and northern Australia, a strange animal peers down in silence. Locals speak of it in hushed tones. Biologists call it the cuscus, a tree-dwelling marsupial like no other. At a glance, it resembles a monkey or mythical forest being, but it's actually the largest member of the possum family, growing up to 45 centimeters in length. By day, it remains curled up in the treetops, nearly invisible. By night, it climbs through the canopy with gripping claws and a long, prehensile tail. Its diet is mostly leaves and fruit, though it won't hesitate to eat insects or small prey. Its reproduction is equally odd. After a short pregnancy, the mother births a tiny, underdeveloped joey, which crawls into her pouch for nearly 7 months. But the cuscus is far from safe. Hunted for its meat and pelt and threatened by natural predators, it may vanish before we fully understand it. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in with us, and we'll see you very soon.